Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Check. Hey, kill.
Prescott on first down. It's complete to Golden Tate. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Kill. Mike, 50 seconds.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to air one out. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Rashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 on it. Tight down. Go. Check. Crunch.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Check 52's the mark. Yeah. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Slam. 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 Check. Hot. 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 He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Off. Off.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And he slings one that's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 52. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. In your face. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Drop deep, drop deep. Shift. Check, go. Check.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Motion, check. Shift. No, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming for you, son.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming to you. Mike 52. Hey, watch the slant. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch twist. Check three. Tight dog. Wahoo.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Check, check. Lucky. We're going to 53. Kill. Here we go. Going to 54. Line. Mike 5-4. Gun. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Line 50's the mark. Check pass.
On the handoff, here's Lewis running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Hey, 47.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going for the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Watch safety. Safety's creeping. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And this is caught. It's Parker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go. Yo, 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 yo. Hayward. 52's the Mike, boys. 52. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Mike 52. Mike 52. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pick it up, G. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Hold. Just go. Wait. Check 99. Check 99. Check 24. Check.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get that ball.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The DN Jonathan Allen making sure his presence is felt.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
Check 31. Check. Check 37. Check 43. You go tight. You got tight. You got clean.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins looking downfield for Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times?
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Haskins to throw it. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. You ain't doing nothing. Go, go. You ain't doing nothing today. Check, check, check. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. 49, check 49, check 49.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. Parker, the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson.
Complete to Paul Richardson.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Kill, kill. 47. Under.
To throw is Prescott. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Haskins on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On first and 10, it's Haskins. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Haskins going to throw again. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 8 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Hey,
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you feel...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get out the field, defense. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Shut up. Bang, 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 bang. Go, go. Say. Shoot. What? Shoot. Slam.
This time, Haskins will look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
57. Mike, 57. Come off the ball hard. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Come on. 57's Mike. Mike 57. No, you're out. Check 4. What? Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Room here to run. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you. Don't get nervous. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Switch.
second down, here's Haskins. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, it's Haskins. The left side completion to Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check. Where's 52? Block 52. 52.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And over the middle, this is Parker. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Mike 52. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Powers through again. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 24, Prescott. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be 54. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why ain't? Shit. Hey, kill. 27.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Here I come. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. It's 3. Alert 3. Come. Set go. 52.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, to play.
Exultation in that sack is what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
We're going to 53. Show 81. Everybody.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. 3rd and long for Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll go again to Jones. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Complete, he finds Bray. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ito Smith, his first carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Haskins to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Kill. Swerve, hey. Right here.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And Brake, the tight end's got it. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A first down carry for Smith. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the kick by Butker is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald.